get it cut, I think I'll probably just call her quits. I think that's the thing.
I'm due. I need one. It's bad. I hate it. It's too long. Hallie likes my hair this length. I don't. I hate it.
No.
I like your hair that long.
You know.
Gives you some youth, I think, actually.
Grow it out.
Youth.
Tanner, if you grow out your hair, you'll look like that guy from Twilight, I think.
Which guy?
Which one?
There's like 12 of
The
them.
bad guy.
The
He has like
the guy in
his
Italy?
hair- is it a widow's peak? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The Volturi guy?
Yeah.
The
I think
council
you would.
vampires or
Yeah,
whatever.
that would be Tanner. Just because no other reason, just hairstyle. I think that's why I thought that.
All right. And on that note, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Culture Podcast. I have been waiting a year and change for this moment. This moment right now.
Just this moment.
All of this. Us with the Yamaha MG 10XU mixer, my wife's MacBook, swing arms, mics connected to the we are here.
Mics.
We are here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long road, but it's all led to this moment.
It's official.
This is the first time all three of us have been on microphones.
On them.
Physically on them. Just mouth all over them.
Yeah, I apologize because I don't know what to do with my hands or my face.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Today on the episode, we are doing the best of and worst of 2020. What a dumpster fire of a year.
What a hellhole.
I will say there is a lot of worst of for 2020. The best of, though, the moments I think kind of were made better because of how terrible the year was. So some of these moments we'll talk about are actually very near and dear to my heart.
I think, how bad 2020 sucked. It makes everything else, even as minuscule as it is, a smidge better.
So let me pull up my notes here. The first category is best movie.
Ooh.
Okay.
So whoever wants to go, I have mine lined up and ready to go.
Okay, so clarify this is because I know we were talking about it before, but best movie we watched, best movie.
So I
Or
have.
are we doing both? We'll just.
I
say
have.
both.
I have three movies. I have one that I saw this year that didn't come out this year. I have two that came out this year that I saw and really enjoyed.
Okay, I'll start then.
So I have a little bit of both.
Okay, I will say one movie specifically that I really liked was Soul. That's Disney and Pixar's newest movie. It came out Christmas Day on Disney Plus. I love Disney stuff, so when that movie came out, I knew I had to watch it. But actually watching the movie, I really enjoyed it. I thought it had a really good meaning. And not to get kind of controversial, but a lot of the movies are about princesses or things that I feel like maybe normal people don't have to really deal with. So I thought Soul was a good way of, hey, this guy has a dream. This is what he wants to do. Sometimes it doesn't work out. And it just like really goes through. It just makes you think about life. So I really enjoyed that movie a lot. That would be the one that was made in 2020 that I really enjoyed. And then the only other movie that I can think that came to mind that I also really enjoyed over 2020 didn't come out, but I watched it, was the Cars movies. So once again, Disney, never watched them, but I watched Cars and I'm like, holy crap.
What made you want to watch Cars in 2020?
I have no idea. Once again, just got
Owen Wilson, where's he?
Yeah.
God.
I love Owen Wilson. I love saying, wow. I love that.
Wow.
I love the memes. I love, the lightsaber.
Dude,
wow,
that's what I was just
wow,
going to say.
wow,
Wow.
wow. Like, that's my favorite thing. So,
Did Soul resemble Inside Out? Because I have not seen Soul, but it reminds me just vaguely of Inside Out with
Is it
animated-
DreamWorks that made that?
no,
Or is it Pixar?
Pixar.
That's
yeah.
Pixar, okay.
It is, yeah, I kind of got that vibe because Inside Out's the one with the emotions.
Yeah.
So it's not really emotions. It's more of, I don't want to sound like an idiot, but it's kind of just like your soul. So souls are being sent into bodies as they're being born. They drop in and they have to develop a personality, not to get in too much of it, but that's kind of how it is. So it is kind of like Inside Out, except instead of emotions, it's just a general person.
Okay.
So
I
it
feel you.
is a very good movie. That's my pick. Worst movie? Or are we doing just best right now?
I would just do. I don't
We'll
have
just
a
do
I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't,
we'll
I don't-
stay
well,
positive.
that's a lie. I don't know if I have any worse. We have a
No,
worst take
I have a worst.
coming up,
I have
but
a worst
but-
take I'm excited for.
Okay.
My best movie, so I'm just sticking strictly into 2020. And like, it was a crapshoot. Like, searching
not very many like just not very many movies came out in 2020 in general.
Not a lot of stuff resonated with me. If it had been a movie, like a movie, The Invisible Man, I enjoyed it, but by
We
no
need to
means
see
was it
that,
like
yeah.
10 out of 10. It was probably like a solid 7 out of 10. I cannot think of the lead actress's name, but I really enjoy her as an actress. It was just fun. It was eerie. It was a fun new take on that. And if they're gonna do like that Universal Monsters like world, I think it's a very good like Kickstarter to that. And then I know it's not really a movie, but if you guys get a chance, and I plugged this before, HBO Max, Distant Lands Adventure Time, where they're releasing those in hour segments, man. Incredible. And I didn't do this, but if I could have picked the best album outside of The Weeknd, which obviously,
yeah.
obviously, but no, it's Distant Lands Episode 2, and the voice actress for Marceline does this like banger of a song, man. Like I really enjoyed it. So Invisible Man, and if Distant Lands count, I'm gonna go Distant Lands.
I just keep thinking about our previous episode where we were talking about Marceline.
The Vampire Queen?
Yeah.
No.
Has anyone?
Who did she
you've watched-
lose?
you've watched
She
it a
lost.
time,
Yeah,
right?
she lost to Cartman. I vetoed. Got Cartman.
Unbelievable.
In advance. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
Worst take.
We're-
No, that was the best take. I stand by that.
That's my worst take. Easily.
Cartman's psychic ability.
Easily.
No.
No.
So I have 3 this year. I talked about this one on a previous episode. The best movie that I saw in 2020, hands down, is As Above, So Below. I've already talked about it, waxed poetic about it. Don't need to talk about it again, but I will. It's a great movie.
Wait, what's the
So it's As Above, So Below.
As Above, So Below?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It was on Netflix when I watched it. I don't know if it's still there.
Okay.
Basically, this girl is like, trying to find these ancient relics of past civilizations, and that takes her down this rabbit hole, a literal rabbit hole, into the catacombs of Paris, and then shenanigans ensues. It's got like D&D lore. It's like D&D mixed with like Tomb Raider / Uncharted.
Okay.
With like some biblical stuff.
Okay.
It's really cool idea.
Bible.
Just throw everything at the wall, see what it sticks. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
You kind of sold me on that.
It's really good. It is really good. Would not watch it with the kids around, but it's really good.
Thank God I don't have any of those.
Yeah. And then 2 movies that came out this year that I really enjoy. The first one is Palm Springs, starring Andy Samberg.
Yep.
Great movie. Haven't watched it in a couple months, but basically the gist of it is Andy Samberg is in a time loop, and he lives. It's like Groundhog Day, kind of.
Okay.
He lives the same day over and over, and it's like he's at this remote beach, and it's like this resort, and he's there for a wedding, but he keeps like living the same day, so he just keeps doing different things.
Yep.
And then he eventually loops somebody in with him, and they join the Groundhog Day thing. It's a really cool idea.
Okay.
And then my second one is Birds of Prey.
Wow. I didn't enjoy it very
Birds of
much.
Prey.
The first time I watched it, yes,
Did
it came out in 2020.
like January, February.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's.
Yep.
We were just talking about it. It seems like
Yeah.
Yeah.
so long ago.
It's hard to believe. I had to look at it
This
too.
year is all years combined.
Yep.
I still haven't seen Birds of Prey, but
I mean, you're not really missing much, unless you want to see like 2 cool fight scenes, maybe.
Yeah, it did have some cool. It had some. Cool
You get to see Black Canary do her scream once,
Dude, Black Canary's
which
story
really
in that.
angered me.
And then Huntress is so odd in that to me.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I love Helena Bertinelli as a character, but in that movie, she's just like, she's like Batman. She takes everything literal.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're the.
But maybe it's because she was raised by like assassins. She was raised by assassins in that movie.
Basically,
sort of.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just can't believe I still haven't seen that movie. Like,
Yeah, that's
don't know.
weird. You really should watch that movie. Yeah.
I don't know what the reasoning is. I just for whatever because I even like what's his name, Black Mask.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, oh
Ewan
my
McGregor,
gosh, yeah.
Obi-Wan. That's
His
I wanted to call him
performance
Obi-Wan the
is
whole
just over the top
I-
Yeah.
sometimes.
time. Love him.
Cassandra Cain. That's what bugs me
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
that movie.
I like Black Mask as a
Yeah.
character too.
Why?
Cassandra
know.
Cain
I
bugs
don't
the
know.
crap out of me.
Why would you make Cassandra Cain a
But
little
just
kid?
to recap, this is on
But-
Tanner's best movie of 2020, right?
No. The best movie of this year for me is
Well,
Outlaw
it's on your
Solo.
top.
It's not even close.
It's on your top 3 list.
So that's
It's-
a movie, not a series,
Right,
right? Okay,
right.
I really want to watch that.
Yeah.
now.
I
Okay.
think it's
Those
around an hour and a half, maybe.
Those are all good movies. I'm glad we shared that.
It's a really
So
solid
like,
movie.
none of us had the same movie on either any of the lists.
I don't
right?
think so.
I don't think so.
Good. I hope we keep this up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think the series
Everything
is where it's
after
going to
this.
start to overlap a
After
little bit.
this.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
A series.
Best series. Let's do it.
Oh, also, Michael and I are dressed like this because of this award
It's
show.
an
I don't
award
know.
show. You have to dress up for an award show. We just you can't if you go to an award show, if you go to the Oscars or something and you're dressed like a bum, they'll just kick you right out. So
I want to go to the Met Gala. I like being extra, and I really want to take it to that next level.
go to the Met Gala and just don't take your finger off your chin the whole time.
Best
Met
series.
Gala.
of-
What a weird place.
that is a weird place. What is? I don't know. It's nope. Get into it.
The Mets Gala.
Best series of 2020. Okay, real excited about this, and it's one of the things I forgot that it happened in 2020 because it's 2021 now, and I keep forgetting that too. Mandalorian was a very close second for me. Star Wars: The Clone Wars final season. I think
I
it
need to
was
watch that.
absolutely
I still haven't
a
finished it.
cinematic masterpiece, dude. And one of the best things I've ever seen was the final few episodes, right as Order 66 are happening. But on Mandalore, Ahsoka, and Darth Maul's fight scene and commentary was so incredible. And they actually used the original actors, like Ray Park came back and did motion capture for
Nice,
the scene.
nice.
So it's like you're watching the first time Darth Maul ever appeared. That and then the final shot when Anakin's turned to Darth Vader and he's bringing, an Imperial fleet to find Ahsoka, and he finds Ahsoka's lightsabers that she left, and he looks up and he ignites the blue lightsabers. Gives me chills.
Ooh.
Still,
Ooh.
the best show I've ever seen, best series I've ever seen, and it's the first time I remember watching a show's ending and being like, they did everything right. Like I couldn't want more for what they did.
I need to finish the Clone Wars. I kind of keep up with. I don't want to say I look into the spoilers because I don't do that, but you can't also every single thing. So, I'm excited to get to that, but I'm surprised it beat out the Mandalorian because I know how much you guys like the Mandalorian.
Ahsoka's my girl, man. Everything Ahsoka now. That character development.
Same with the Mandalorian though. I just would have thought that would have been
Yeah,
number one.
it was
so
close, but
I'm a little surprised.
yeah.
The Mandalorian's so good. It's just so good, man.
Is that
Who's
okay?
next?
That-
You go ahead. You
All right.
finished last time.
So my number one, far and away, is Cobra Kai. It's not even close.
okay.
Not even close. Mandalorian is there, but it's just Cobra Kai's up here, man.
There. Oh, okay.
It's
it's there.
it's
but-
there, but it's not there.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai. I feel like you need to watch the Karate Kid movies, at least 1 through 3,
Yeah.
to get some
haven't-
context for what's
I don't
happening.
want to give any spoilers.
But basically, the gist of what's happening: Daniel's son and Johnny Lawrence are all grown up. They're in like their probably mid to late 40s, I would assume.
Yeah.
Daniel is a luxury car salesman in Hollywood, and then Johnny is just kind of like a burnout.
In between jobs all the time.
He gets like kicked off the job site at some point for
like a Bond
installing the
movie,
TV on a wrong wall. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to reopen Cobra Kai. So he rents a space out.
He beat up 3 kids prior.
Yeah,
To making that
yeah, yeah. He finds Miguel, one of the main characters, and then he beats the tar out of these 3 high school kids.
That's nice.
They dumped
They
something on
deserved
Miguel's
it.
head.
Yeah,
I forget.
yeah, they
It was like
asked
it was Pepto Bismol for his grandma. Which
Oh yeah.
And Johnny's like, "Hey, stop it!" And just kicks the tar out of him. It's great. But yeah, Cobra Kai reopens, and then shenanigans ensues because Danielson drives by and it's like, "It's Cobra Kai. What is happening? What is going
Love
on?" And he
Cobra
starts
Kai.
having flashbacks, and
Yeah.
they rekindle their rivalry, and then you can watch the series. It's really good.
Dude, that show's so good because it knows what it is.
Yep.
It still tries to be an 80s movie and
Yep.
you just buy into it every once in a while. Well, it's cheesy, but then I'm like, it used to be cheesy. Like
Yeah.
that's such a good movie or a good
I
show.
was shocked after like the first 2 episodes. Hallie's like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like,
I wasn't a big
"What?"
Karate Kid. Were you a big Karate Kid guy before? you got
Not
into
really.
I mean,
But-
I watched them, but I wasn't like.
I mean, yeah,
I
you
did
you
not
watched
like the
them, but
Karate Kid
you appreciate
movies.
them for what they are.
Did you guys
but
watch the Jackie Chan Karate Kid?
yeah, I
Yes,
did watch
and it
that.
was
I love
awful.
Jackie Chan. I
It was
love Jackie
awful.
Chan. No, I love Jackie.
I watched it in the Jungle Drive-In,
Every single-
and it was awful.
Chan. Jungle Drive coming back.
every single Karate Kid movie, I'm just like, whatever.
Daniel LaRusso was the bad guy in Karate Kid, by the way. Now that I look at it from Johnny Lawrence's perspective,
Johnny Lawrence
this
has a
hot shot from New
skewed
Jersey
perspective.
coming on in here,
He has a skewed perspective.
taking his girl away. Doing
No. We all know what happened on the beach. Johnny destroyed that boombox, and Daniel came in, put his foot down, and said, "Hey, not today."
Could you imagine a world, and this is insane, like martial arts is not important, but could you imagine a world where like martial arts is like literally your focal, like
That's
Like
all
the world of, like,
that is,
Avatar.
every
yeah,
day.
like that is everything. Like you just see martial art
Gosh.
fights happening like around like
You're
Just
like,
walk
yeah,
down the street.
This is normal.
what a fun world that'd be.
Somebody's getting roundhouse kicked.
Roundhouse.
Just have like a random side fights game. That sounds like
Oh,
a
you
nice-
you know the All Valley tournament has side bets going on.
I would
Oh,
lose.
100%.
I would
100%.
lose every single fight. I challenge you, Michael, to martial arts. Well, guess I'm dying today. So,
Not even gonna put up a fight. You're just gonna take a
It's
straight
like,
left to the face.
I know I'm going to lose, but cool. Okay.
Cobra Kai's a good series. Good choice.
Such a good show.
Good choice.
Two best series for me, because I mean, we pretty much watched all the best, quote unquote, the hits of 2020. Like we watched the terrible shows, like Tiger King, which that's a terrible show. Don't
Still have not seen.
That's
Tiger
like-
King, actually.
don't. It's terrible.
At this point, it's out of the zeitgeist. I don't think you really need to.
No, if
The
you didn't
memes
watch
came
it,
and went,
If you
like-
didn't watch it from March to May, no, you don't. Like
Yeah.
it's over.
Y-
Like
you had a
we
month
should
window to watch it.
We should let that die out.
Yep.
What's the Love Is Blind, that reality show?
Ooh, let me add one more. Deaf U. It's on Netflix. It is a all deaf or hard of hearing college, and they all sign language. And they're just normal college kids. They go to parties. They have a football team.
But everything's
it's really
signed.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but they
interesting.
they sign language their interviews, and it's just really cool.
Speaking of that,
It's a cool
though,
perspective.
my favorite would still be You. On
Oh,
Netflix.
That's a good show.
That's a
Yep.
good, yeah, that's a
What
good show.
I
wouldn't
really
think about
like.
that one
I
either.
really like. What's his name? Dan from Gossip Girl. Dan Humphrey.
Oh, okay.
Never
Main
watched
actor.
Gossip
I've
Girl,
heard-
but a lot of people.
I'm a huge Dan fan.
Thanks.
Like I love Dan. He was always my favorite character on that. And then one of our friends, he was telling us about how he had a band, and I listened to them too, which they don't make any music anymore. That they made like one album. Getting off the point. But You is one of those weird shows because it's something I wouldn't usually like, and I feel like I've probably talked about it before. But it's very suspenseful every episode. Oh crap! Is he gonna
Yeah.
get caught this
Yeah.
episode? Oh, what? Why is he doing? That's really gross. Why is he doing that right now? Like he could have maybe waited 3 seconds and not been at work to do that. The suspense of it, and even where they left off in season 2, it just that kind of is how season 1 ended with he has to move. Season 2, it's like, oh crap, he's found out again. He's screwed. He's gonna have
Yeah.
to kill her, and then it's like,
Yeah. Oh wait.
no.
Yeah.
So I would say You, because it's one thing. It's one thing. It's just new. It's different. They change it up, and it's always suspenseful. So I've never been bored watching that show. So I would say that. And then also just a shout out another show I like. I like This Is Us. My dad gives me a hard time because he's like, "Oh, you just want to cry every week." I'm like, shut up, Dad. Yes, yeah. But the way they write that show too, there's once again very few moments where I'm like that's weird or lame. But that show, just the way they write it and the plan they have is very good. So just have to shout that out. Too.
I love shows where you can root for the bad guy. Like that's why Breaking
Yeah.
Bad was so great. You is so much fun because like it's seeing something from a completely different perspective, and no matter like, oh, he's fun, but he's like he's like
Yeah.
still a stalker and a serial killer.
Yeah, because you think the whole time you're like, well, he's not a bad guy 90% of the time. He just kills people.
Yeah. I like when he makes it in his mind. He's like, why are you doing this to me? And like she has no idea.
I'm trying to make you happy.
Yeah. One thing that
All
almost,
like the justifications to
he's
himself.
like,
Yeah.
why would you do that?
almost killed season 2 is when they were in that yurt and she kept saying "woof you" instead of "love you." I was so mad. I was like, "Quit saying that! Why are you saying that?" Like,
Shut up.
really good series though.
Yeah. What is his name?
The actor's name or the guy that
the
played
actor's name.
I have no idea.
follow him
No
on
idea.
Instagram. I don't know. Damn.
You got me. I have no idea.
I'll think of it randomly.
You got me.
Whenever I think of it, I'm going to just shout it out mid sentence of something.
Deal.
I can't think of his name.
I can't either. I keep wanting to say Anthony and Gruber, but that's not it. Is it Daniel or Ben?
No.
Oh, Ben.
No, I'll just think of it. Like I said,
don't
it'll
know.
come to me, and I'll shout it out. And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, still didn't know that, but yeah."
Perfect.
All right. Let's see what we got next. Best game.
Yeah. Yeah. Who wants to start that? Anyone?
I've got two.
Gun started. Now, are these 2020 games that they were released in 2020? Or?
One is 2018. One is 2020.
Okay. Okay.
The best game that I played last year is hands down God of War for the PS4.
Okay.
It's not even close. This game's story is. You want to talk about a Tanner ass game? This is a Tanner ass game.
Tanner ass.
This game has
What? No, wait. I have so many questions
Okay.
now. What defines a Tanner ass?
So
game?
anything
Dang, heavy
with
metal.
like yeah, that's true. Anything that is story driven, single player.
Single player. I don't want to
No,
play with anybody.
No.
I'm like that too. I don't like
Single player story driven games
Yeah.
are having a resurgence right now.
I like
Absolutely.
And it
single player
is
games too. Yeah.
Impeccable.
Doesn't
The
sound
games
like
that are coming out right now, it combines Norse mythology. So you get guys like Thor, people like Loki. You get people like Modi and Magni, Magni. You get Zeus. You get Freya. You get frost giants, Dwagar and Draugrs, and like all of these like ancient cryptids in Norse mythology. You get the world serpent, which is an awesome scene.
Oh, that's so cool. That was cool.
When that guy pops up, it's like, whoa!
Yeah.
Like they do such a good job with the scale of the world serpent alone.
They make you not hate your sidekick too.
True.
Yeah.
At first you do, but
At
then
first, yeah.
but then he comes around. Atreus comes around. Boy. And then
Just eating. Whoa.
the game that I played that came out in 2020 that I really enjoyed, Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
This is
yeah.
this is basically I don't want to say an Assassin's Creed clone because it does some things better than Assassin's Creed. So,
Have you finished this game?
no,
Okay. Do not. Okay.
I have not.
Okay.
I was gonna say I've been resharing all of our old episodes,
I have
and I
not
just
either.
remember Tanner talking about, "Hey, Danny, you're really gonna like this
Yeah.
game."
Yeah, I've played it.
You have?
Now, well,
It's-
hold on. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's funny. That
It's how many hours did I put in? Probably 15 hours. I love clearing the map. Like
Yeah. Yep.
that game's so
I love
it's just so
liberating.
stylistically just awesome.
Yeah.
Like there's no map, there's no HUD.
Nope.
The wind tells you where to go.
Yep.
It's just such a cool like aesthetic choice. The time period of like the ancient Ronin and the ancient samurai
Yep.
and shinobis. It's
I didn't play a lot of new games 2020. I feel like for whatever reason there was kind of like it was a down year.
I think the pandemic pushed a lot of stuff back too.
It
Yeah.
seemed from like March to which I mean, saying this it sounds like
I mean,
dumb,
Last of Us 2 came out this year.
See, I have
mean-
not played it yet.
I haven't either.
But,
I don't want to.
didn't Warzone start for Call of Duty? Did that
That was
start?
Black Ops. Black Ops came out in 2020. Warzone came out when
Warzone was an add-on with Black Ops.
It's
wasn't it?
Warzone came out with Modern Warfare, the last Call of Duty installment.
Wait,
that was
Black
20
Ops Cold War came out this year. Okay.
Yes,
See,
that's
Or,
what came
no,
out this year.
wait, that came out 2020. Black Ops came out 2019, but didn't the Warzone add-on, didn't that not come out until
I want to
after
say
the new
that,
year? Because I don't
like
remember.
the standalone
I can't tell
Warzone.
you.
I don't remember that being out with like the start of the game because we played a lot of multiplayer and then all of a
can't
sudden it's
remember.
I'm
like,
frozen in time.
welcome to the war zone.
I
So
can't remember.
I played a lot of that. Game that came out in 2020 that I just got, but have been playing a lot of, especially if you've been keeping up with our social media pages, is PGA 2K21, which don't know why any of these games can't figure out when they come out. I always hate it's like 2K21, but it comes out 2020. I really like that. Not really so much the golf aspects of it, which it sounds dumb, but
It's a golf game.
it's a golf game. But that's the same as all the other older golf games. But creating golf courses is so much fun. I mean, that to me is the whole. It's like, oh, I can add a
Yeah.
a mile-long hill here that you have to hit off of. So when you hit it, it's like, I mean, just stuff like that. I think they had that in a previous like Tiger Woods game, but it was bulky and not very easy to use. But this makes it so easy to use, and it is so much fun because now, like I said, if you've been checking our social media pages, it's just interesting because can your friends beat
The course you make.
the court? Yeah, because I mean, I could shoot 11 under at like the PGA courses with my terrible created person, but I can't beat my own golf course that I created. Like, it's so hard. So
That's kind of on you, though.
exactly,
Course
I'm
that
trying to
hard.
make it. I'm trying to make it challenging
yeah.
because I don't want everybody to. I mean, I put like a little island. I mean, so I would say that's my favorite game that I played, and I played, Madden and a couple other. I would like to talk about Assassin's Creed real fast. Assassin's Creed, I enjoy it, but the reason it's not my favorite is, once again, complaints with how long it is. There's so much stuff to do. But you guys were talking about God of War. There's some missions in there. Same thing. You get to meet Loki, Odin,
Well,
Thor, all those
have
other
you,
guys.
do you know?
Have
You played God of War, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know who Loki is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have played a total of 40 hours of Assassin's Creed, though, and I'm like 40% through the game.
That's
it is
what
ridiculous.
those are the games that I love playing.
It's
Just
not a standard
long,
waypoint system anymore in the
No.
new Valhalla, is it?
No, it is. Here are the things you have to do them, but you can go suggested power, suggested
Okay.
like. It's just,
I think they introduced that.
I
in
like single player games, but
last
once
phase.
again, I don't want to feel overwhelmed. I think Assassin's Creed games in the past, 70 hours would probably beat everything, which that for me is good. I don't need 40 hours. It's like, well, you're 30% done. Like, what the heck? I mean, that is a long
I
time.
wanna
Those,
drown in
those are
content.
games that you can play for months and months and
Yeah.
months.
But I don't want. I'm losing track of the story. Like
Oh,
the
That's
older I
true.
get,
Yeah,
it's like
that's true.
this happened 3 months ago. I don't know what's going
In
on
real time. This
I don't know what's going on. So I really do like some aspects of it. It is a lot better than tying the assassin stuff than the previous two games, but the length of it is why it is not better than PGA for me.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just went to a Top Golf not too long ago.
Really?
Oh,
And
man.
I love
it,
Top Golf.
Dude, it really made me come to terms with how terrible I am at golf. Like, there are certain sports that I just cannot cope with how bad I am. Golf and baseball, man.
Are you a member?
Yeah, now I have.
Oh,
yeah, legit, yeah.
members.
Shout out to Cody Mercer. We went. We got to IKEA an hour early, and we're like, oh, better go to this Top Golf. So we went to that Top Golf.
That is a good time.
Okay, so I'll toss out two games, but you talking has reverted what I'm going to do. Animal Crossing New Horizon was going to be my
That's
number
Hallie's
one.
game of 2020.
But I'm going to kick that to number two. And I love Animal Crossing New Horizons because you can just delve into it. I love customization. I love just being able to turn off my brain. And that's like the ultimate game to go there. Like, there's no story. You just go, you make the story, you do the island. I love that game. I like collecting bugs, the fossils, stuff like that. I'm a huge dude that loves accessories and customization, and there's an endless amount of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm even able to play with my daughter, which is super fun. She likes going to fish, we like fishing together.
Nice.
So we're like, oh, hey, we're going fishing. So we'll hop on Animal Crossing and we'll catch sharks and this and that.
You do get to fish Assassin's Creed too. That's kind of fun.
Oh, see, there you go.
I've caught a
Maybe-
few. I'm gonna have to send you guys a screenshot of my big catfish I just
So you're
caught.
gonna I appreciate that. I miss the real fishing games. I used to play those on PS2
Gosh.
and PS3.
fishing
There's
simulator.
plenty of them on like PS2 and PS1.
Yeah. But yeah. Now, how are you pronouncing Ghost? Is it Ghost of Tsushima or
Tsushima.
Tsushima?
Tsushima. Is,
Jin Sakai
Jin
of
Sakai.
Ghost of Tsushima. Incredible, man. It's
That's so
incredible
good.
for so many reasons because it's very similar to what you would think an Assassin's Creed game is, but you don't have to play it like that. You can play
Yep.
it very much like a traditional samurai. You can call everyone out and say, oh, I'm not going to
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, stand
Come,
off.
let's go. Let's go.
It's made like an old style Japanese samurai movie.
You can even turn a black and white filter on.
Black and white.
I couldn't do that.
You
'cause
can
it's-
do it subbed, which I love it. I
Yep.
love doing that. But dude, the colors and the transitions between certain areas on that map are beautiful.
the vibrancy of the
Beautiful.
flowers on like the
Beautiful.
hillsides, of
Yeah.
like the southwestern part
Yeah.
of the island is so
Going
awesome.
through white flowered fields or marshes, which you get later on.
Yep.
It's gorgeous. The customization's incredible. Sakai family armor is really cool. I love the antlers to it. But I mean, even doing something as simple. I swear to God, I was doing this too. I was like, man, I was just stressing. I was playing the game. I'm like, and then I sat down. I wrote a haiku on that game, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I want to write a haiku. Like,
The first time I wrote it, I was like, this is kind of therapeutic.
yeah,
I kind of like
it
it.
felt really good to write a haiku on this video game, but it's such a
Wait, you had to
beautiful-
do that on the game?
Yeah, you can write
It's-
haikus. You
yeah.
go to
I
areas-
thought you said. I thought you meant like
just
after.
inspired
you
me
just
to
went.
write.
Yeah.
Just pull out a notepad.
No, man, but it is so good. It is so much fun, and that's literally what I'm playing now. I love it, and it's a massive game too, and you can do a lot of side quests that seem like they hold importance in the game,
Yep.
and I just love it because it's like you're playing, it's like you're playing an old Japanese samurai movie, but in modern. No, you're playing it in modern times, but and that's like that's a genre that I was never into, but I appreciate it so much more. That and The Mandalorian make me appreciate that style of film and that media because I feel like they're both very similar in how they do things.
Mandalorian's like a spaghetti
yeah,
western kind
yeah,
of
very
thing.
much so.
Even
So,
with the music, I mean,
Yep.
the way it's shot, but just the cutscene, the episode, like that's a.
yeah,
So yeah,
it's like,
pretty cool.
and then Tarantino kind of does stuff like that sometimes too.
Yeah,
and I always find myself liking his stuff.
Tarantino's sometimes are hard to follow because he likes to put it out of order too, just to kind of make you like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
so this is what happened. But specifically like with Pulp Fiction, it's like,
Yeah,
oh that okay. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool like way of shooting things. I haven't played the game though, so
it's fun. It's fun.
It's good. It's a good.
You've
it's
inspired
it's
me.
a good.
It's a good.
All right, what we got next? Let's see here. Best comic or manga? I'm just gonna throw it out there. I have none. I got
Really?
none. I did not watch a single anime. Did not read a single comic. Did not read a single manga.
Tanner's not really a comic guy though.
Read a book, guy. What are you doing?
Tanner reads the
Funny enough, I did read the first book in the Song of Fire and Ice series.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, did
I
you like it?
Well, when I say I read, I mean I skipped over some chapters, mainly the Catelyn Stark chapters.
No, you can't skip over Catelyn Stark's.
I got to the point where I was like, all I want to read is the Tyrion sections.
Oh my gosh,
and
he does such a good.
and the Arya sections.
Do you have the rest of the books already?
I have.
Do you read the physical copies? Or
Yes.
do you, dude, please read those. 'cause
I've got a. Allie got a collection. It's like the first 4 or 5 books, I think.
I want to touch base on how different it is than the show.
It was a slog to get through, though.
And it is. What God? You don't sound like you enjoyed it very much.
I did. The sections that I read, because Tyrion's just such a cool character.
that
He
I
is.
read.
Well,
That's
good. I'm going to count that as your comic and your manga. Then.
Okay, that's fine.
Mike, you
I
wanna-
started the second Witcher book too, and then I got called back to work.
See, so like, I feel like I become more intelligent when I read, and this is probably true. You become more intelligent when you read, but like, it's been like a long time since I've read. So I'm reading a lot of mangas now, and it's right to left and not left to right, and it's like crippled me on a literature scale. Like going back to like standard. Like I'm in my office trying to read like a document. I'm like, what the hell?
Gotta
Like,
go left or right.
but the biggest thing for me this season, comics are on a downslope, and I think I griped about this
I think
last.
that's across the board. Yeah,
I am struggling to find something in the big two, Marvel and DC, that I can stick with and enjoy. And it always is something I enjoy, and then like they cancel it. Like I loved, I think the New 52 Swamp Thing run, and then it got canceled, and I'm like, cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
just
like,
like everything else, Swamp Thing.
the
TV show.
See, and Swamp Thing is such a good character. Red Hood and the Outlaws. It's no longer the Dark Trinity. Spoilers, but I don't care. Bizarro is now like the king of hell. He's taken Trigon's throne,
That's
and
weird.
like Artemis is doing her own thing. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Best comic I read this year though, and it's kind of slow paced in the fact of like its release is still Something Is Killing the Children. Man, you guys have got to read that book.
That sounds interesting.
It is dark. It is fun. It is. I'm trying to compare it to something. It's just something that you can just pick up, you can read, you can enjoy. It's new, it's refreshing, it's fun, and everyone can relate to it. And best manga, man, and they just keep racking them out, My Hero Academia, man. Please.
I did start My Hero Academia, the
thank
anime.
God, that is so good.
I think I finished the first episode. I got to where you find out All Might is like this like scrawny dude.
Oh my gosh.
Except when he's All Might
It's
for
so
2
good.
hours.
I get cold chills like I do when I'm watching like Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's done so well. Like it's made me not even be able to wait for the chapters. Like, so what I did was I got a Shonen Jump subscription and I'm reading individual chapters of this manga as it releases. So there's a new one I'm going to knock out whenever you guys are out of here tonight. And I'm just so excited. Like, it's kept me so engrossed in not just Deku, but everyone's character in it. If you've not read those two, pick them up. So good.
Best comic for me, because the only ones I've really read are Batman. I will say I agree with Danny with comic books. I've recently stopped going every week. I'll get back into it because I want to support local comic stores and all that. But the Batman run just it started off really well when Rebirth started, and then it kind of hit a lull before the wedding, and then after the wedding, there were some good episodes where it kind of Bruce lost a little bit. And it was interesting. And some of these were not 2020, but leading into some of the ones in 2020, once again with Bane and him taking over Gotham, like some of those episodes, comics were interesting too. With some of the villains as like the police, and that to me is interesting. And
was the wedding 2020?
God, the wedding wasn't.
Oh, I was like, dude,
no. I was just going back,
but it sounded right.
Yeah.
I was just like,
was it?
Yeah. She was a time warp, man.
Yeah. But the dynamic of, especially that Bane run, so I would say that was probably my favorite Batman part of it, because it's like, why would they listen to Bane? Like someone like the Joker, the Riddler, like, okay, the Riddler's smarter, debatably smarter than Bane, depending on how they write Bane. Why would he want to listen to Bane? Joker, he doesn't care about anything. Why is he giving in? Same with Penguin. Like all these villains, it's like the roles they were playing and the things they were doing. It just was interesting because that dynamic. So I would say that, but once again, like we talked about, it died off for me when they introduced Punchline and they did that convoluted, like Penguin, Joker, Catwoman. They met up with I forget what his
designer.
Name. The designer, yeah. So once it got there, lost it for me.
I got caught in that Punchline hype too. I bought that variant cover, hate myself for it.
But like that is the only other thing I've really read this year was the Young Bucks book, which is very good. It's actually a quick read. I read it in 2 days.
Nice.
It's only 200, 300 pages, but it's actually really cool, and it made me get back into wrestling. It made me get back maybe get back into wrestling. So which I've been watching wrestling, AEW specifically every Wednesday, plugging them because WWE, get out of here at this point. But just kind of like the dedication and what it takes to get into wrestling and to commit yourself to that, like literally starving yourself. These guys were thousands of dollars in credit card debt to live their dream, and now they're millionaires with their own wrestling show.
Yeah,
like
they own a wrestling company.
Yeah, so that to me was very inspiring reading about that. So just to give them a shout out. And also, I love the Cleaners. So being friends with Kenny is my favorite. So
nice.
That's my dream one day, be friends with Kenny.
Kenny.
Please, Kenny.
Circling back to comics, did you read The Three Jokers?
I did not. And once again, that is out of pure laziness because I wanted to actually read that. But, I've been so upset with everything else, even like Doomsday Clock.
Oh God, yeah, that do the releases on that really.
Talking about it kept getting pushed back, and talking about once again convoluted, and sometimes trying to be smarter than what it really is. Just some of it doesn't make sense. I feel like you have to reread it and kind of really, what the heck is going on here to understand it. But
Three Jokers started out so strong for me, and I'm not saying that it ended in a poor way, and it ended with a lot of mystery, and I'm not going to try to spoil anything. Don't include Jason Todd in another Batman comic, dude.
Let him die.
I am so sick of him getting sunned by Bruce every single comic. Like, is he just there to get slapped around every single comic?
Yeah.
Like Bruce, can you not just give this dude
love.
something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
give him a Tom Brady mouth kiss.
Kiss him on the lips. But like, I thought that was such a good book. It had so much potential. I thought it was so cool that you focused on Batgirl, Jason, and then Bruce, and you focused on three separate Jokers that impacted those characters probably more so than any other Bat family member. But then once again, man, it just becomes like a Jason Whipping Boy comic, like 3 in, and I'm like, I'm right by it. I'm like a huge Jason Todd
Yeah.
guy. And like the one thing is, like, I loved when he was the anti-hero or even a villain. Make him that again. Quit trying to make him rekindle the stuff with Bruce. Let's just
No.
call it a career. Let him be friends with maybe Dick because they grew up like brothers, and maybe doesn't hate Damien because they're similar.
Yeah.
Tim Drake, get out of the comics too. But
Go away.
like, just
we talked about this last episode, last episode, and once again, Jason, I totally agree. Who cares? Like the point of Jason, they killed him off
Yeah.
originally because he was different and they didn't like it. Go with that. Now, everybody's like, oh, Jason, he's the Red Hood. Stop trying to make him fit in with, and stop making everybody Bruce clones. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like I said, not to get into this too much again because we've already talked about it, but Nightwing, sometimes he's his own person. Dick sometimes is his own personality, and sometimes it's just like, oh, I'm here just to agree with Bruce.
Yeah.
Tim Drake is Dick Grayson, just a little shorter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then
just a little legit.
I mean, and then there's Damien, who's pretty much like Jason, different background, where they came from, but the character traits are similar. So
Yeah.
they have too many similar characters. And then the one person they killed off this year, Alfred.
Yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
kill out of all those people you could have killed off. You could have killed off Tim Drake. You could have killed off. I still
Wait,
can't
was
remember.
Tim Drake killed off for a little bit already this year?
I
Wasn't
think
he killed
so.
off for a
Maybe
little
in
bit?
Detective Comics.
Okay.
I think so because
Okay.
I remember buying one because there's an older.
Just for the satisfaction of being.
Yeah, he's dead. There was an old Detective Comics or Batman where it was a lonely place to die, and then the other one was a lonely place of living, and it was pretty similar. But get out of here, Robbins. I'm tired of him.
Yep.
I agree with Danny. Let Red Hood be Red Hood because he's different. He's something else. It's kind of like the character's like an FU to the people who voted for him to die.
Legit. Yeah,
So
100%. Yeah.
that makes it even cooler.
The one dude that called in all his
Yeah,
votes.
the one dude.
Yeah.
We had a total of one vote to kill off Jason Todd.
Yeah, and I don't want to stick on this because I know it's a best of. It'd be so cool. God, I know I'm going to stick on it. I do it every time we do this.
Let it roll, man.
Every time. The Rogues Gallery for the Bat family is so huge, villain-wise.
Yeah.
It's the best in comics.
Best in
Easily.
comics,
It's
easy.
not even close.
I saw someone say Marvel had better villains.
No.
I was like,
No.
like, first off,
No.
I
Think
just
about
said-
how many iconic books that DC
yeah,
has compared to
And
Marvel.
I was like, Marvel. You're talking about the entire brand of Marvel compared to just Batman's.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before we started recording. It's pretty much the show of Arrow.
Yeah.
Like, all Green Arrow's bad guys in that show, Batman villains.
Crap, we got another season. I got to pull Batman.
So,
Fourth season, let's get Ra's al Ghul out of the closet.
So even like sometimes Superman fights some Batman
villains.
I mean,
Yeah.
Batman's villains are the best. Like whatever, if you think Batman's not the coolest superhero, that's
your
fine,
opinion,
because
but
there's
it's
so
wrong.
many superheroes. Yeah, I should say that, but that's your opinion because I mean I like other superheroes too, but the villains, there is no debate about that. Like if
They're
anyone
so
debates
strong.
me about that, you're just wrong. Like no other way around it.
Like we're saying, the world is so big, and we're DC. Listen to us, man.
Yes.
So
Or don't.
the world is so big, you could give each one of the Bat family one of Batman's Rogues Gallery members, and then really beef up that freaking rivalry.
They were
man.
trying to do that
Even
with
like,
with Dick and Deathstroke.
So they do that a lot. Well, Jason has a lot with Deathstroke because in a lot of iterations he's connected to Rose Wilson, Deathstroke's daughter. Play that, okay? They don't. Ra's al Ghul. He was chosen to be a successor of the League of Assassins, just like Bruce was, and then he's able to produce energy blades against Ra's al Ghul. Never again. Okay, so I'm like, what the hell's happening? The Penguin supposedly killed Jason's dad. He didn't actually kill him. Jason shoots him in the eye.
Yeah.
And then they just get away from it and takes over his iceberg casino. Give Jason one of the bad guys and let them build. The Joker killed him.
Yeah.
Let him have a rivalry.
Go after the Joker.
Yeah, legit.
That doesn't make it. It's wrestling 101. this guy took my title or beat me. I want
Yeah.
to beat him back. Okay, so the example is, which they did a good job of this, is going into the wedding. They had like little spin-off
Yeah.
issues where it was like Red Hood versus Anarchy, I believe. And,
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Anarchy is a crappy. I do not like that
It is,
character as
but,
much. But
like,
yeah, no, I agree.
but-
You could make him more.
But you could beef him up, or
Yeah.
just any villain. Nightwing. I can't remember who he faced. Batgirl had one. I mean, but have them okay, Batman occasionally deals with them, but usually, okay, this is a Nightwing issue.
Yeah.
This is a Red Hood. He's gonna fight.
Yeah. Do none of those villains care that they get beat up by like the Robin sometimes? So
Yes.
like they never hold that grudge.
That's got to be embarrassing
Oh god,
for them.
that 12-year-old kid.
I've been
just
going
crap-
after
yeah.
Batman, but he sends me Robin to stop me.
Yeah.
That's got to be a slap in the face.
Yeah, he sends me Robin. Like,
Yeah.
Sends his sidekick. We don't
but
even
you
get the
could
big
do-
man
But
himself.
you could do that. There's so many
Yeah.
villains they don't use on a regular basis because they always have to hit on the Joker. You have to have multiple
Yeah.
Joker stories. The Riddler, Penguin, Bane.
I think we
Even
should let
Two-Face.
these legacy
Man
characters
Bat,
just kind
Poison
of
Ivy.
sit for a while.
Okay, wait.
Two-Face,
Anarchy.
Two-Face they never really do with anymore.
Yeah.
Black Mask is another one. They
Black Mask.
kind of it's hit or miss.
He was in a book
Mr.
that I
Freeze.
read recently.
Mr. Freeze, Lady Shiva.
I mean, there's so
No, not Lady Shiva. Is it Ladies or
think
Deathstrike?
it-
No,
no,
Deathstrike's Marvel.
I think it is
Lady
Lady
Shiva.
Shiva.
Yeah, Lady
You
Shiva.
know, Copperhead.
Shiva.
Copperhead.
That
Copperhead's
was a-
been so many different people.
That-
Copperhead was,
was in
in
Arkham Origins.
Arkham. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the first female
was a
Copperhead,
really-
I think.
that was really cool.
But
Totally off topic.
that was
Off the
the
rails.
It's
best
fine.
comic and manga of 2020.
All of those, and then none of those.
I'm going to try my hardest not to talk about Jason Todd next.
We're now
All
at
right.
an hour runtime. Just on
We're at 46 minutes on the dot right
cried.
now. Let's see. Where you guys want to go next? Best pickup, best sports moment, best dressed, or worst take?
Oh, crap. I don't have a best dressed yet. Let's not do that. Can
Okay.
we hit best pickup?
Okay.
Please? Best pickup.
Yes, let's go there.
I'll start with best pickup because mine will be really quick, and I feel like I've been talking a lot. Best pickup for me is the AEW figures.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it has. I talked about this in things I hate with Walmart. It has
Go back
been
and listen to that segment.
Yeah,
'cause
go
that's
back and
just a
listen to that.
gem.
And also listen to the one about squirrels too. It's very sad. But AEW figures, they are so hard to find, and I finally got because my goal was to just get the Elite, just the first series. Because then after that, if I see them, I see them, and I'll get them. But at least I have the first ones, and I took them out of the box. Yes, 'cause I know they're the first ones, but I bought a ring, and I have them like posing in the ring. Because I'm never going to sell them or do anything else with them. But very happy to have them because, once again, love wrestling, love supporting those guys because I'm big fans of them. So that's my favorite pickup, those 5 figures
Nice.
this year.
This is solid pickups, and those are so hard to find.
And I got a lot of other cool stuff this year, too, but those ones hurt my soul to not get. So when I got them, I was very happy.
Just
Nice.
viscerally hurt you. Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? You want
Yeah. So when was this? Back probably in the fall, late summer, fall maybe. Swung by Rinks in Marietta. Ended up picking up 3 PS2s, 1 fat, 2 slims, and then a OG gray PlayStation
okay,
in the same day.
that's a good day, man. I remember that.
I think I texted you guys. I paid under $80. I think.
Oh, you can't beat that.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes, please.
One of the PS2s was untested. I think the PlayStation might have been untested too. I was like, I'm taking a risk. Can I get like $5 off? She wanted like 20 for it or something.
Yeah.
Ended up getting that and then another PS2 for 25 maybe.
You can't beat that.
No, I mean you look at them on like Facebook Marketplace. People want $50 for an OG
Just stack
PlayStation.
them up to man.
Yeah.
Every time you see one.
Yep. You can never have enough consoles until
Yeah.
you have enough consoles. And then you have too many consoles, and that's an entire different
The
problem.
thing about consoles too is it's hard to display old consoles.
It is. It
So
really
like
is.
I've seen those nice where they do like each in a little cubicle and then they strip light them. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
And I'm like, man,
I
but
want to
just don't
do
have the
that.
Space. Yeah.
I have something like that I would like to do.
That is the problem with collecting, though, space.
Space
there's,
is-
there's so many
it's
things
crazy.
I want, and yeah, this is really cool. Where am I going to put it?
Yeah, and you can get just as much in your displays, or even more than what you're displaying.
Mm-hmm.
So, like getting risers
Yeah.
from the glass to your lighting to like everything. It's crazy.
Well, the wrestling ring I was talking about, I tried to put it in here hoping it would
Was it too
fit.
wide?
It was just a little too wide. And I was like,
That would have been a cool display
Yeah.
in there. Best pickup for me, man. I'm gonna go. So, best new collection that I started, dude. I cannot Spooky Town collection, and that is such like an old man thing. But I love the Lomax Spooky Town. My best pickup though, kind of like the AEW figures for you. I was so nervous. I don't know if I have it. Yeah. Final season Clone Wars Ahsoka. It It was a Walmart exclusive, and it released with the Death Trooper, Death Watch Loyalist, and God, who's the fourth? Forgive me, whoever the fourth is that I can't remember now. I can't think. No, Ahsoka Clone Troopers. But like, man, those were so scalped so heavily. And I spoke to numerous people in the area about our Walmart, like in our Walmarts in our area. And they said, yeah, hey, we got them out. I was unloading them, and a guy came and he bought the entire box. And it's like 444 of each of the figures, man. And I've just never had so much rage. And I want to know who you are. In Vienna, Marietta, or Southside, who are you? Just comment, DM me, dude. Who are you? Because
Who are you?
Yeah, I can't believe you're doing this, and you do this with every. And I'm talking directly to you.
Speaking of
You've done
soul.
this to almost every major Black Series release here in like the last year, and
It's been really hard to find Black Series at Walmart.
Yeah,
so.
I'm so sick of you.
I guarantee you, it's not a collector. It's probably someone.
Oh, dude,
scalping.
100%.
No, it's definitely a scalp.
100%. But getting that was like the largest, like, and I got it through Walmart's online release. I pre-ordered it, and they pushed it back months, and they were canceling orders, and it just so happened to come in, dude. And that was like the biggest, like, breath I've let out in a long time.
Kmart used to have a lot of Black Series figures too.
Kmart had a couple of dollars extra on their Black Series, which always made me sad.
It was a little expensive, but I feel like no one ever went to Kmart, so it was
just
like
forgot about it.
It was like
I got
okay.
the White Ranger, the Lightning series
From Kmart?
Yeah,
What? I didn't even
when
know
it
that
was
was out around the
when it
same
was
time.
was going on sale.
Really?
Yeah,
I got
it for like $15, $17.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
Last thing I bought from Kmart collecting wise was Surfboard Joker.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was very goofy. That was like one of the first things I ever was like, I'm not taking this out of the box.
Yeah, there you go. I don't blame
so
you.
that was like 6 years ago. That's probably why Kmart.
How long's Kmart been out now?
It's been a while. The one in Marietta just within the last year, I think.
Dude, my favorite meme, and I know this is a little off, is like the dude where he's like wringing his hands and like licking his lips, and it's like Spirit of Halloween. But last pickup I got from Kmart, I think, was a Tuscan Raider, and then I bought like a Matchbox car from there because it had Ahsoka on it, and I'm not a big like Matchbox guy. But yes, screw you, dude, or dudette, whoever's taking the Black Series in this area, and I think we run in the same circles. So
He means that.
yeah. So forget you.
I don't know who you are, but he means that.
All right, we got best moment next.
I'll start because mine's gonna be really short.
Yeah.
Best sports moment, man. I'm a Bengals fan. I'm a Raptors fan, so I had a really good year, in 2019. And I'm also a Knicks fan, dude. So like I like those three teams like predominantly, and there's not a lot of like positives, especially if I'm looking at this year with the Raptors. The Knicks have look okay. Joe Burrow getting injured. Best sports moment for me, man. LA winning the championship, and then just the bubble. I'm glad the bubble happened. I think it's how, if you're gonna do a sporting league, that's how you should be doing it. Obviously, you see that with a lot of delays and COVID positive tests now.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see LeBron win again. LeBron's not my favorite basketball player of all time, but I respect the dude, and I like living in the moment of greatness. And you can't deny that LeBron is probably the greatest or second greatest player of all time.
I'll kind of piggyback off that. I would say the NBA bubble is also one of the better sports moments because, like we talked about earlier, we didn't know anything when it was going to open up, when anything was. It's just weird because you don't think about it. And really, sports shouldn't be that important in our lives, like in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's their games.
It's billions of dollars.
It's part. Yeah,
it's an industry.
It is. It's part of our lives. So the NBA bubble coming back. I'm a somewhat NBA fan. I've started growing into it a little bit more, peaks and valleys with me. But when it came back, I mean, I watched every single game that first week, and it was really cool just to see how they were doing it. And also, not to get too political, but how they embraced some of the outside movements.
It's
too.
huge
So,
that they did that, and I'm glad they did that.
yeah, so that was cool to me. Other side note, I like to point out the high school I work at, and where we're from, they won the state championship, which they put a lot of effort into winning a football state championship. That's what our town really cares about. So.
3 alumni here, though. So, I mean,
Yep.
I can appreciate that.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah,
that they
probably the
did
worst
that.
kicker in school history right here.
Tanner, you are number one in our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely number one. Yeah.
Number 52 on the field. Number
I'll never
Negative.
forget when Tanner said, "I'm not being a lineman anymore. I'm just being a kicker."
Junior year.
And
I
my-
wasn't going so inside baseball here. I wasn't going to play junior year.
My exact words were really.
Yeah. I had found tennis.
such a support
I had found tennis sophomore
forgot that you enjoyed
spring semester, and I was like, I love tennis.
I had found the inside of a lot of in-school suspensions and out-of-school suspensions. I was
Played baseball. My first at bat, I got a RBI double. You know,
Okay.
don't want to brag.
Yeah.
Caught the last 2 innings.
I can barely remember it. You know.
Yeah, I got a RBI double. Next game, a pinch hit, flew out. So my career batting average is 1 for 2, so I'm batting 500.
Nice.
Nice.
So
I mean,
pre-
that's
pretty
Hall
much
of Fame right
pretty
there.
much better than all of my teammates. I just want.
Hey,
to
absolutely, man.
Didn't play any my sophomore year because I don't think I don't think I really cared. So I was just like, did have a sweet nickname. They called me the Gunslinger.
Nice.
Because
Gosh, that is a nice
Nice.
nickname.
See, my baseball nickname, I don't know if you remember this, Michael, was the shotgun. Or no, it was 12 gauge. It was 12.
Tanner doesn't even
Yeah.
remember.
No, I
I was like, I'm gonna tell. I already know what it is, but he's like,
don't.
it is.
They.
Yeah, they called Tanner
Time is a
12
flat
gauge
circle.
because he would throw it.
Because I was catcher, and I would gun people down at
Okay.
second base trying to
Well,
steal.
you know, I don't want to brag about anything.
My,
but
my
it's-
claim to fame was gunning down, not literally, but
Whoa, hey.
I threw out Derek Renner, who's one of the fastest kids I've ever seen.
Oh God, what a
Stealing
good guy,
second.
Derek. You're a good guy.
And I caught him at second.
Talking about baseball, I think I was like the last out of our crew who really cared about baseball because there was one year we were going to Chicago to play basketball.
Yep.
And everybody didn't play the All-Star team
Yep.
except for me. So I was the only 6th grader on the All-Star team, and then I
God.
had 4th graders with me.
I
Oy.
am so bad at the sport of baseball, man. God bless me for playing baseball. My claim to fame, man, and I challenge anyone to do this in today's world. I won best dressed with a mustache, Hollister, and thong sandals. I challenge someone in 2021 to win best
This is in
dressed
high
looking like
school?
that in high school.
Nice.
That's
Challenge you
amazing.
guys. Challenge.
I won 2 things in high school. Got best nickname, Wang Chung, and
Nice.
most likely to be famous. So if
Nice.
more
So
people-
here we are.
So if more people viewed our show, hey, one of those superlatives.
How eerie.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's weird how that
Let's see. I won the West Virginia HOSA
you did.
sports medicine
You went
state
to
championship.
Disney World, didn't you?
Yep, I
Nice.
qualified. I won state
Congrats.
championship. My my taping was a
Tanner's an excellent taper.
it was
Absolutely.
a elbow.
Is it taper or tapist?
We just we just tape, man. It's just what we do. It was a
I would
elbow
like a
to it was an
documentary,
elbow taping to prevent hyper extension. You put like a fan here and it kind of like locks it right there.
I couldn't tell you how. Good job, man.
It's-
Honestly,
I'm so proud of you.
yeah.
And then I
am
forgot to
proud.
cut. I had sharks, which are like these scissors designed to cut tape.
Which are creatures that live in the ocean.
True. I had them in my kit, and I forgot to cut the tape off. I just unraveled it. And everyone's looking at me like, "Why don't you just use your sharks?"
I
Look
won.
at this guy.
I was like, "Well, you know, it's a work of art. You know, I
Also,
want to
don't want to
appreciate it."
brag. My band won talent show my junior year.
That that was one of the coolest moments I've ever witnessed
Honestly,
or ever been a part of.
We were talking about No More Tears. We were so dumb. I look back on that and I'm like, we thought we were like mega stars at 16 years old.
I mean, for a hot second, you
playing
were.
Christian rock music. Like, what is going on? But anyway, that was best sports.
That's fair. Best sports.
So I have two real quick.
Oh,
Joe-
you didn't give them already?
No, I
God,
haven't.
what
No, I
has
haven't.
happened?
I haven't. Real quick, Joe Burrow's Heisman run,
Yes.
and then leading into LSU's national championship. On top of him donating to Southeast Ohio food banks, things
OU?
like that. Just an all-around great guy, I think. Next is Alex Smith, the return of Alex Smith.
Oh yeah, he almost lost his
Technically, didn't happen in 2020. It happened in the 2020 season,
But he played.
but he still played. He started
Yeah.
for the Washington football team. It was this last week,
The
2
football
weeks
team.
ago.
Yeah, he played in a playoff game.
Yep, started
He led
a
his team
playoff
to
game.
the playoffs, so.
So after a very gruesome lower leg fracture, he almost lost his leg. Yeah.
Not leg.
It was-
He almost lost his life. He almost died. Like,
Did he get infected at some point
Yeah,
or
he got
something like
infected.
that?
They didn't catch
Probably
it.
went septic. Yeah.
They didn't
good thing.
catch it.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, he had an extreme fever. And
Anytime you get a fracture like that, I don't know if it broke the skin
It did.
But yeah,
Have you
that's why I
watched
got infected.
the Stefania Bell?
I do need to watch that.
It's pretty.
I need to watch that.
I think it's only like 20 minutes. The thing I watched was 20 minutes, but it's very fascinating. Just the process he went through because he thought surgery was fine. I'm gonna be walking and
No, dude, you got external fixators in there. You got bone screws.
yeah, but you
gotta wait for the alignments.
Told everything looks good. There's no sign of infection,
And then you get infection.
and then he got an infection a couple days later. So.
That's insane.
That's scary.
Sepsis is no joke, man.
Life's scary.
PSA.
So yeah, those are my sports moments. Next up, let's see. We have best dressed or worst take.
Best dressed Danny right now.
That's a solid point. That's a solid point. I might change my answer to that.
Best dress, I hadn't even thought of it. I'm going to go with Chomp from Abominable Toys. So they do the same mold a lot, but man, he's got a lot of different looks with that mold. So, got a reverse cotton candy, cactus, metallic, bones? I don't know.
Bones?
Bigfoot?
Just himself.
Let's see. I put just Chris Evans from Knives Out. He has really nice sweaters in that
God,
movie.
he is
He
dressed
dresses
nice.
so
Really nice
he dresses so comfy
What year
in
did
that
that
movie.
movie come out?
I think that was a 2019.
I want to say it was a 19
Oh,
movie, but,
man, I love that movie.
Yeah.
but I
that
remember
was fun.
We watched that
a good
movie
one.
this year.
I want to play Clue so bad. And that,
We have Clue.
I call
have Clue.
Scarlet.
I love
Miss Scarlet.
I'm a huge
be Colonel
Professor
Mustard.
Plum fan.
Okay, nice.
I like Professor Plum.
nice.
The purple motif.
No one
He's
ever
really dapper.
suspects it's the really attractive girl in red. Ever. Ever.
Dude,
That's
we
fair.
should do
A clue?
We should do a let's play. Clue
or
let's
like a
play.
murder mystery dinner. But
Oh,
cool would that
I
be?
have a Friday the 13th board game.
There's been a lot of murder and a lot of injury.
It's called Last Friday or something like that.
The movie, that's right.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. But it's basically like Friday the 13th, but a board game.
Dude, I would do.
It's
I would
really
do anything
complicated.
to
The
be
rules are
able-
really hard to read.
Murder mystery.
We kind of just house
actually
rule it.
wanted to do one at the Lafayette.
Yes, we've
on
always
Halloween.
looked at it.
that'd be so fun.
Yes.
Okay.
We'd be down to do
Yes,
that.
dude.
That's so
Let's
fun.
make that happen.
That might be good.
I would stay in character so hard too. Like I wouldn't be one of those tough guys
I
going
would-
there and go, oh, I'm Dan. No, I would be whatever character they give me.
Yeah.
If
I
I was a
would
butler, whatever.
I would dress up like very
Yes.
extravagantly too, and
Yes.
I really hope my character was the opposite of that, just so I'd have to dirty myself.
And I hope, no matter what it is, it would be a masquerade ball. I would refuse to take off my masquerade mask. Gosh, that'd be
All right,
great.
we're in next year.
Let's film it.
And
This is great. We have so many great ideas.
we do. We need to write all these down. But no one is.
How many more do we have left?
We have one worst take.
Okay, I want to go last on worst.
I don't know if I have a worst take, honestly. Is this just in general?
in general.
Oh God, no! In general, I could lay in.
Okay,
Well, I
wait,
mean-
No,
okay.
God.
There's been some recent events that I could,
Between us or sports or comics.
I don't know if this is necessarily a worst take, but when I read The Invincible Volume 1, I was like, why does anyone like this? This isn't good.
It's a very.
So you're saying you have the worst take, or they
Possibly.
have the worst take because they think it's good?
It could be both.
Okay.
Street works both ways here, probably.
okay.
I read the first volume and I was like,
They're doing
this,
an animated show. of that
I'll
now, too. Is that-
probably watch that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be on
We're
Amazon.
really big fans of it.
Um,
No, I'm just,
but it's just like I don't get it.
My
I know what happens. I know the big twist, but
yeah,
that first volume didn't entice me to get there.
I can see that. That yeah. My take is these two jokers believing that Superman would beat Goku, and I have fumed on this for 2020.
Man, he's been playing a long con on this.
And my God, does it make no sense?
it makes 100% sense.
In no iteration does outside of maybe Superman 1,000,000 living up in that sun, does Superman touch Goku?
No.
Goku,
I don't know, man.
Goku slaps. Read a book, you two.
First off, Edge, Superman's fathering skills. We've already discussed this. He's a way better father.
Oh, much better.
That's true.
That's why
true.
Goku also has the edge because he's given up on his children. He's focused on fighting.
Superman, all the powers, heat vision, freeze breath.
Non-impactful. Non-impactful.
Non-impactful.
No.
They're impactful.
Would mess up his
No.
gi.
Superman?
Non-impactful.
What?
Non-impactful.
What? No.
Faster,
What
stronger.
would Goku do that affected Superman then?
Any of his Kai blasts, a Kamehameha wave.
But is it magic?
But that's the thing.
no, not at all. It's
There you go.
internal energy.
But that's
There
the
you go.
thing.
It's not magic, so it's
saying
not going to
it wouldn't
affect him.
Superman, or it would affect Superman. Why wouldn't Superman's punches, moves?
Because I'm saying physical strength is also so much more than Superman's. I think he slaps around Doomsday. He got slapped around by Doomsday.
But then he came back from the dead.
Goku comes back from the dead every issue, I feel like.
Exactly. He dies
After every fight, yeah.
But his are so god level tiers. It fights omnipotent beings.
So you heard it here first. Danny's worst take is that he thinks Goku would be Superman.
Oy vey.
That's as soon as he said worst take, I'm like, no, here it is.
There it is.
Screw these guys.
Shooting my shot right here. Here's a silver bullet.
Yeah, we thought it was over.
Worst take of the year, and I had a lot of them. I'd like to own up to one that I take back, saying I didn't like The Mandalorian. I do. I will say The Mandalorian is a show I like very much. I like the Star Wars aspects of it, but some of the theatrical things kind of drive me a little nuts. So I don't think it's a bad show. I do like it. I got past that first episode, and really, there's still a couple other episodes where I was like, "This is kind of lame." But the overall story of it has kind of turned me around. So I just want to say that was my personal worst take of the year. Worst take of the year. I just I had a really good one. I just lost it. Crap.
Shook ya.
Yeah, that shook me. I'm gonna say, going back to something I talked about, Kill Bill being a good Tarantino movie.
Because it is.
It is not.
Wait,
You're
I thought you said
insane.
that you didn't think it was a good one.
No.
That is the worst take. I'm saying I
who
don't
was
think
that,
Kill
what was
Bill.
that matchup?
Oh,
It was The Bride.
Kill Bill versus John Wick.
But
No.
then we
Bill-
got. But okay,
Bride
matchup
wins
out.
that
I
every
lost
time.
the matchup, but it being a top 3 Tarantino movie, once again, I just no.
So
Volume
give
1
us
or
give us
Volume
a
2.
give us a
Wow.
rough.
Already have check back on the movie episode, but I'll say it again.
Give it to me again.
Pulp Fiction.
That's not top 3.
Pulp
That's
Fiction?
not even
Time
top
out,
3.
time out.
That's not even top
Pulp
3.
Fiction? Is Pulp Fiction good because people just say it's good?
There you
I
go.
don't hate Pulp Fiction.
No.
I like
It's
it.
cool because of Samuel L. Jackson's monologue.
Pulp Fiction is like the ultimate like noir.
A noir movie.
Not not
Oh,
okay.
oh,
Not
oh.
Noir.
Not I,
What are
okay.
you
I said the wrong
talking
word, but
about?
like a Hollywood-esque like movie. Like when you think of Hollywood, I think of Pulp Fiction, like the theatrics of it, the different characters, the different situations.
What about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Same with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Love that movie. That's in my top 3. And
That's
and
okay. I'll
Inglourious-
accept that. That's a
and
good movie.
Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, I forget it.
Great
about
movie.
Inglourious
Inglorious
Love
Bastards
Inglourious
is so good
Bastards.
because it takes a different like historical twist on it. It's just goofy in a way, but it's also badass. Like those are the top 3. And Reservoir Dogs, like that's a good
Meh.
movie, but
I don't think I've gotten through it.
I didn't like. I think it's a hate.
Hateful Eight. Didn't watch it.
That one's really
It's like 4
boring.
hours long. It has an intermission.
I didn't like
no,
that
I'm
one
good.
too much. But Kill Bill.
Django? You watch Django?
Django. Top tier.
I
Probably my
don't
number
like
1.
Django
Ooh,
only because
yikes.
there's 2 things I don't like about Django. It's a little uncomfortable at times, and I know
I think it's supposed to be.
that's the
I
historical.
think he
yeah,
did that on
but-
purpose.
But there's just a big plot hole there. Just if Django doesn't go, nothing goes down. The whole movie could have been like,
But
okay.
that's the point of the hero story. Like the hero's
But that's so.
arc.
Once again, that doesn't make any sense.
like
It's
Luke. Not
I am a
the
friend
Empire
of
would have
yours.
destroyed the universe if Luke Skywalker didn't, or if Ben Kenobi didn't find Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, but this
You know
one's
what I
more
mean?
glaring because Christoph Waltz could have literally just went to Candyland and been like, the one that speaks French, I believe. I speak French too. I'll get her. I'll bring her back.
Wait, was it
Boom.
French or was it German?
German. It was German.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. But Django's like, no, I gotta go. And I'm like,
That's his girl.
but
yeah,
still, once
that's-
again,
that's
he
his
could have
wife.
got his girl without having to murder it, which he ends up living. But
They deserved it.
There was a huge plot hole there. I also didn't like Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Do Samuel L. Jackson's
He
character?
drove me absolutely up the wall.
I forget about that character.
I just don't like the tattletale. Like he's
Yeah.
like tattling on everybody the whole time. I'm like,
I like how skeptical he is. I mean, I guess rightfully
Yeah.
so that he's skeptical. But like, yeah, I don't know. And I always catch myself. I'm such a slave to like fads, and I catch myself sometimes trying to do so much against that. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, am I liking this because everyone likes it, or man, am I being a hipster? Not like The Office. Like, do I not enjoy The Office
Also
because
worst
everyone
take of the
because everyone enjoys The Office?
no. But like
It's-
same thing with fiction. And all the Tarantino movies, when I'm saying like Kill Bill, to me that's the most boring out of.
I love
You're
it.
insane.
I just don't
You're
like it.
insane.
That's the I don't get it. I don't like it.
I love
just don't understand.
You didn't like the,
The
fight
fight
scene?
alone with Oren
That's what I was
Ishii
about to say.
Scenes are cool, but same thing. Every time I watch it, I'm bored. Like,
Oh my
if we're
God.
talking about Tarantino movies, that is not even close to the top 3 for me.
Man, that's tough.
Roast this man,
It's
please.
tough in the streets.
I'll say it again. We can have another episode. I'll say it one more time.
No one's going to roast you. It's fine.
Oh man.
Unfortunately.
I will say, I'm surprised no one got mad at me when I said something about Dr. Pepper. 23 flavors.
Oh, they did.
None of them being
I
good.
heard it.
I like Dr.
I got an
Pepper.
earful
I
that
like
night.
Dr. Pepper.
I just,
I got an earful of Dr. Pepper.
it's just
She
rough,
spit
man.
it on me.
Sprite's way better.
Jeez, was that her final?
Well, that's all the
Category?
categories I got.
That was our award show.
Guys, yeah. We needed that. I'm so happy 2022. Been rough.
God, time is a flat
Best
circle.
commercial of 2021 so far is that Match.com with Satan and
Oh,
That's
yeah, with
two
Ryan
zero,
Reynolds
2-0.
produced that, I think.
That's
he either wrote it,
hilarious.
produced it, or
What a
directed it.
great
One of the
guy.
two.
What a great guy
God.
Ryan Reynolds is.
Hit the nail on the head with that one, though.
Yeah, that's a great.
Gosh. All right. From all of us here.
Let us know what you think.
Yes, is Pulp Fiction a good
What? No. Is Pulp Fiction? Don't even sell it with the. Is it a good movie? It is a good movie. Is it the best Tarantino movie?
Let us know what your 2020 category winners
Yeah,
were.
throw in the comments.
Absolutely. Let me know the different ways Goku would kill Superman.
He wouldn't.
Let me know. Let them know.
How many
Let
times
the
out of
world
10
know.
would Superman beat Goku?
Yeah, give us a percentage here.
Let us know how terrible 2020 was for you.
God, it was probably horrible for everyone. No.
Yeah, 2020 is rough.
Yeah. But we're moving
Oy.
forward.
Absolutely.
Moving forward.
Put one foot in front of the
I
other.
want to take this tie off.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you all for watching and listening. As always, we bid thee adieu. Call your mom. She misses you. That rhymed. #bars.
Bruh.
Take it easy.